It's Fast Charlie, and I've got a package here, and it is from Bearsback, and unfortunately, even though I love surprises, I unfortunately have an idea of what is in here. Something happened with the post office. I don't know what, but apparently this was sent a while ago. The contents of this package were sent a while ago, and as a surprise, basically. And unfortunately, it was sent back to Bearsback. And I checked with the post office. They didn't give me any reason. They said that everything's fine with the P.O. box, that when they're loading up the boxes, it says that when they look at the little stickers that are on the P.O. boxes, it says Fast Charlie, and then it also has my legal name. Don't know what happened, but I wish it hadn't inconvenienced Bearsback, and I also wish that I had been able to be completely surprised. But I think that what is in here is gonna be awesome. There is a note in here. Okay, yeah, I did a recent video where this guy exploded, and the awesome, sorry, there was some address information on here. I just needed to make sure that's not on there, not on video. But it says, I noticed you are missing something from your pinning kit, Bearsback. And that is awesome, and observant, and very, very generous. Yeah, my pinning kit, it only has plain drivers and serrated drivers, and I had some leftover, like when I'm taking stuff apart and repinning Masters and Americans. I have spools, but only a handful of serrated, and I do not know where he got these, but that's beautiful. Beautiful. Man, I'm going to take this off. I am going to save that label to see if I can look it up to see if I can find anywhere, because I have no idea where he got there. There's a lot of these. Those are brand spanking new. They are going right in here, and these could have really come in handy the other day when I was doing a little project with an American. And I'm going to try to show you what I did. Oops. But there you go. It's got the serrations on both ends of this. And I looked at the he included the return envelope that he had received originally, and I do not know why. There's nothing wrong with it. That's kind of annoying. I will say that I have gotten some mail in the P.O. box that belongs to a title company that must have had the same box, or rented the same box at a previous time, and I've had to return cashier's checks that are made out to the title company. I've had to put those return to sender, but he did everything right, and he was horribly inconvenienced. But I really, really appreciate this. This is really cool. Okay, I am back, and while I was making this video, I got interrupted and had to stop partway into this video. So I'm just going to start this part over again. I'll probably cut it in to where I doing this opening where with Bearsback's serrated spools that he sent to me. So what this video is about is that I had this piece of the video is about an American lock that I received. It's a 1205 series that I received from Rubber Band a while ago, and I believe that he is a locksmith. And I thought, that's interesting. He just sent this to me, and looks like a pretty cool bidding. And well, this was the last American lock, stock lock, that I was able to get open. The others I was able to get open. This was the very last one because I had so much trouble with it. And I at first thought that maybe it was a challenge lock in disguise. But I got it picked open, took it apart. It was not. It was standard. And I believed that it was completely because of the bidding. And the bidding is 63737. So I thought it would be fun to take an 1100, and it's currently bidded at 837. Oops, 837. What? 52. Not sure why that's freaking out. 83752. But so 2 and 3 are the same as this, but I will tell you, this is not that hard to pick. And I mean, usually it's less than a minute, I would say, for me to pick it. So I thought, I'm gonna make a key that is the same as this one, and I did that. I made a 6-pin key, filed it, works perfectly in here now. And then I keyed it up, pinned it up to work with this key, but added a 6th pin. So it now goes 63737 because I believe that max on an American is 6. So 7 and 1 are fine to use. And then I put in I put the drivers over the correct corresponding key pins, with the serrateds being over the longer key pins and the serrated spools being over 2, 4, and 6. And I was not disappointed. It made a huge difference, and it made it go from being able to be picked in a very short time to taking me a while, long enough that I'm sure I'm not going to do it on video. But this is still the old bidding. I went ahead and put it back in just for fun, and just to show what this bidding is like. But those serrated spools that I got from Bearsback came at the absolute perfect time, because I had just stolen basically some serrated spools out of another lock, so that I could pin this up with actual serrated spools. So that makes me happy, and now I can replace fill this lock with actual American serrated spools rather than having just the plain American spools. Oh, thought I had it. I should have probably just been quiet during this part. Paid attention to what I was doing so I wouldn't overset, like I think that I did at one point. And then that's a falset. Wow, that's a nice deep falset. I'm guessing it's number 2. There we go. All right. Well, that didn't go as quickly as I had hoped, but you know, I am not kidding that it is a difference of night and day, just changing the bidding on this one to match this, and then especially, I mean, even without this 6th pin, it's still way harder than I don't think it's as hard as this one for some reason, this 1205, but it is very difficult. But when you add this sixth one in, it's I would say very noticeably difficult. So I'm gonna put this together the new way, and I'm going to share this with somebody so they can have fun with it too. And I'm gonna send the pins, the original pins. There's 5 of them in there, and this key, so that they can play around with it if they want to, or they can share it with anyone they want. So that's pretty much it. I'm going to pin this up, put the spool back in number 6, and send it off. So I appreciate anybody watching, or if anybody has suggested a bidding that they have found extremely difficult for an American, like 1100 or anything with the same type of cylinder, I would love to know what that was so that I can try it out, because I just think that's a blast, seeing what the different biddings are and how they pick. And yeah, and sometimes, you know, just trying different things with spools over short pins versus long pins, and serrateds over short pins and long pins. It is a really fun project, and it's good practice. And I really appreciate getting those spools, because now when I find an American that isn't loaded properly, I can do something about it and do it with real American parts. And I will say that one thing that I always do is I always try to put this clip so that it spans this bottom, so that if you have a screwdriver or one of these pullers, you can just pull it right off. And this does have, that anti-bypass wafer popped off of there. It fell off, but it does have one. It's kind of greasy. I learned a lesson a while ago. I was really worried that I ruined a lock. Always, 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 when you're putting a padlock back together, always put it back together, if you can, unlocked. And then test out the key. Make sure it works smoothly. All right. Thank you, Bearsback. And thanks for watching. Everybody be good and be well.